She died on a Wednesday. The air still smelled faintly of flowers when my wife said we needed to throw out everything. All of it, she whispered, not meeting my eyes. It'll help us heal. I didn't answer. The funeral was only hours behind us, the dirt on her grave still fresh, my daughter's voice still echoing through the corners of my mind. I nodded, because sometimes silence is easier than trying to unravel someone who's already frayed. I walked into her room alone. The pink curtains swayed gently in the breeze. Stuffed animals sat neatly on shelves. Her drawings and the books I used to read to her when she couldn't sleep were all still there. Then I saw it. A folded piece of paper wedged inside her unicorn diary on the desk. I opened it. 7 simple, childish words stared back at me. Daddy, if you're reading this, look under the bed right now, and you'll understand everything. My pulse stopped pretending to be calm. I dropped to my knees and reached underneath, pulling out the truth. A shoebox. Inside were drawings, letters, receipts, all written by her. Every single one addressed to me. Not one to her mother. Not even once. One stood out. A crayon drawing, stick figures of a little girl holding hands with me. We were smiling. Safe. Behind us, in thick, heavy lines, stood another figure, a woman with red eyes and a mouth stretched into a jagged scream. Above her head, in uneven letters, her, my wife. The further I read, the darker the handwriting became. More frantic. More terrified. Phrases repeated again and again. She locks me in. He doesn't know. Mommy gets angry when I'm happy. My breath caught between denial and something far colder. I had missed this. Or maybe I had chosen not to see it. Love blinds. But grief strips everything bare. And in that moment, I began to see. I drifted through the next days like a ghost, eyes open, mouth closed, heart silent. My wife grieved loudly and publicly. Tears on cue. Smiles when the cameras turned her way. But at night I watched her. The way she flinched when I mentioned our daughter's name. The way she drained her wine too quickly. The whispered phone calls taken in the bathroom. I accessed her cloud storage. Found the deleted messages. A long conversation with someone saved only as M. She told him it was finally done. Said I had believed the accident story. Said the little one just wouldn't stop crying. I didn't shout. I didn't throw anything. I just sat there reading until dawn bled across the window. The next morning, I left the tablet on the kitchen table. She walked in, smiling, sipping her coffee until she saw it. The open message thread. She froze, then lied without hesitation. That's not real. Her hands trembled as she reached for the device. I didn't stop her. Instead, I slid another folder across the table. Paper this time, medical records, psychiatric evaluations, my daughter's pediatrician notes. Signs of trauma. Inconsistent bruising. All ignored. All buried by her and by me. She leaned back, paler than I had ever seen her. "What are you going to do?" she whispered. I looked at her, and in that instant, I was no longer her husband. The next morning, I handed her a packed suitcase. On top, an airline ticket. One way. Leave. She gave a nervous laugh. "You can't prove anything." I nodded. "You're right." Then I handed her another envelope, a flash drive inside. Every message, every photo, every document. Already duplicated. Already sent to Child Protection Services, to law enforcement, to my attorney. Her laughter stopped. "You wouldn't." I leaned forward, my voice cold and steady. "You made her afraid to live. You don't deserve to stay." She looked at me, not with love, not even with anger, but with fear. Finally. And then she walked out. The house is quieter now. Too clean. Too sterile. But her room, I've kept exactly as it was. Curtains open. Drawings still on the wall. The little shoebox untouched. People ask if I'm healing. I tell them yes. What I don't tell them is, some wounds aren't meant to close. Some truths don't bring peace. They bring clarity. My daughter tried to warn me. I didn't listen then. But I hear her now. Every night. And I live with it. Because the only thing worse than betrayal is the silence after someone has told you the truth. And I was told by the only voice that ever mattered.